Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're tuning in today because we are diving into something really special, a deeply devotional, beautifully cinematic exploration of Chapter 1 of the Sri Sai Satcharitra. Today, we're looking closely at the incredible mission of a creator named Advik. He's using AI-powered cinematic visuals to recreate the pure, historical magic of 1910 Shirdi. It's this stunning blend of cutting-edge tech and profound spirituality. We're going to break down exactly how a raw foundational image completely transforms into a spiritually charged official title card for the Shirdi Sai Baba Story Studio. So settle in, get comfortable, and let's start uncovering the profound storytelling hidden right in front of us.
Right off the bat, we're faced with a bit of a visual mystery. At first glance, these two compositions might seem practically identical, almost like a mirror reflection, right? But this isn't just some quick graphical update. What we're actually witnessing here is how Advik took a beautifully generated raw image and transformed it into a deeply symbolic title card that literally sets the stage for a massive spiritual journey. Every single change made to the finalized version is incredibly deliberate. No detail is accidental. Every addition has a narrative purpose, elevating the whole thing from a simple portrait into an immersive, historically resonant invitation.
To really appreciate this transformation, we need to ground ourselves in the absolute foundation of the scene. Our eyes are immediately drawn to the serene, commanding figure of Shirdi Sai Baba, sitting cross-legged on that wonderfully textured woven wooden cot. It feels like we've been transported directly back to 1910 Shirdi. Dressed in simple white, his right hand is raised in this gesture of profound blessing and peace, while his left hand firmly grasps a tall wooden staff. This raw generation captures such a deep sense of divine presence and quiet authority. It establishes the absolute perfect anchor for the miraculous stories that are about to unfold.
And a subject is always anchored by their environment. The atmospheric details surrounding Baba here are really what bring Advik's mission of historical authenticity to life. Look at that beautifully textured, earthy mud wall on the left. It gives the whole scene this immediate sense of age and history. Built right into that wall, you have these small alcoves where tiny oil lamps are glowing softly, and an active fire pit below that brings a really dynamic, living energy to the space. Even in the softly blurred background, you can just sense the villagers gathered in the courtyard. All these carefully crafted elements work together to bridge a century of time, letting us genuinely experience Baba's physical surroundings.
Now, what's genuinely fascinating about this foundational composition are the quiet little details resting on the right side of the wooden cot. Notice the small, neat stack of books in that gleaming brass pot? This subtle bit of set dressing perfectly mirrors the story of Hemadpant, the author of the Sri Sai Satcharitra. Hemadpant was famous for his profound humility. He genuinely felt unqualified to chronicle Baba's extraordinary life. It was only through Baba's direct grace and blessing that he was finally empowered to pick up the pen. So those books in the raw image, they're a quiet, beautiful nod to that momentous undertaking of recording the sacred stories.
So the crucial question is, how does this base image shift? Transitioning from a quiet atmospheric portrait into an official studio introduction is about way more than just adding branding. It's actually the spiritual launchpad of the entire project. By carefully swapping out a few key elements and introducing highly specific symbolic props, the composition purposefully prepares us for the magnificent miracles detailed in Chapter 1. The whole vibe pivots from a quiet historical snapshot into an active, narrative-driven prelude to a spiritual awakening.
And boom! With the addition of the striking Shirdi Sai Baba Story Studio title, the image instantly becomes an invitation. That elegant, flourishing typography centered right at the top crowns the composition, and it utilizes the negative space perfectly. It's a massive signal that this officially kicks off an incredible, cinematic 52-chapter visual journey through the Satcharitra. We aren't just observing a quiet moment in a village anymore. We are formally stepping into a sweeping, epic exploration of faith and devotion.
Supporting that incredible title is a completely fresh layer of narrative staging. Notice the vibrant hanging orange and white floral garland dropping down the mud wall? That isn't just there for a pop of color, guys. It represents deep reverence and devotion, and it instantly shifts the atmosphere of the room. And down on the wooden cot, those newly placed red bricks add significant visual weight and deep cultural symbolism. These specific, deliberate elements are anchoring the scene for one of the most famous and powerful events recorded in the entire text. They are setting the stage for the legendary 1910 wheat grinding miracle.
The precise swap of items on the cot is absolutely crucial for understanding Chapter 1. Notice how the original books and brass pot are completely gone? They've been replaced on the right by a folded white cloth and a plain brick.
But over on the left, an incredibly detailed new arrangement appears, a marked brick holding a brass plate filled with grains and a bright yellow banana. This plate of grains serves as a massive visual anchor for that 1910 wheat grinding miracle, where Baba famously ground wheat not for food, but to literally grind the deadly cholera epidemic right out of Shirdi. And it invokes the profound spiritual symbolism of the grinding mill itself. Think about it, the bottom stone representing karma, or our actions, the top stone representing Bhakti, or devotion, and the handle driving the whole mill representing Gnana, or self-knowledge. It's literally profound philosophy, visualized.
Seeing these two compositions side by side really beautifully illustrates the true power of this whole process. It perfectly mirrors Advik's ultimate goal, taking cutting-edge AI visuals and infusing them with deep devotional storytelling. Removing the books, adding that garland, bringing in the bricks and the highly symbolic plate of grains, it completely shifts the narrative context of the frame. It proves that in this cinematic recreation, absolutely every single detail, every shadow, and every prop has a profound spiritual purpose.
Which brings us to a really powerful thought to leave you with today. How does actively visualizing these historic miracles change your personal connection to the stories? Seeing the devotion, feeling the humility of Hemadpant, and unpacking the profound symbolism of the wheat grinding miracle brought to life, it just offers an entirely new way to experience the text, doesn't it? As we remember the ultimate, unifying message, Sab Ka Malik Ek, God is One, I want to personally invite you to subscribe and join Advik for the rest of this incredible 52-chapter visual journey. Keep observing, keep learning, and I will see you in the next exploration.